I was definitely a bit shaken for the rest of the day after this. I mean, it's not every day you almost get killed by a train, but here we go. So I was in this town that I not really been familiar with. I was picking up something, and I was just trying to find my way through the town. I was just trying to navigate. I need to jump on that iron bar, do I? I was just trying to navigate this town with like Google Maps or whatever, and so I was kind of paying attention to the road, kind of not, because I was making a lot of turns, a lot of stops, and I was just trying to stay focused, but it was really hard to. And then it got to this point where I was just driving on the freeway, and I heard this train. I was like, oh, there's a train nearby, and I tried to look for the train. I didn't know where the train was, though, and I was like, oh, I guess I can't see the train then. And so I kept moving forward, and I made this turn, and a few seconds later, I see these railroad tracks, and I was like, oh, there's just some railroad tracks. There's not any of those crossbars that stop you from going on these railroad tracks. I assume just because trains don't travel on there very often. But I was about to cross the railroad tracks, and then I looked left and looked right. So these railroad tracks came pretty much so quickly after I made that initial turn. So I only had like a few seconds to look. And as I was going across the tracks, I made the mistake of not looking sooner. And so I looked, and like 10 feet away from me, it felt like probably more like 30, there was just a single train engine coming right towards me, making its siren sound, or like honking its horn, whatever, telling me, you need to move, buddy, you're about to get killed. And you know, in those movies where some of the main characters are so scared they just like freeze and they can't move? That was me. As I was just crossing the tracks, I was just staring at the train the entire time. I was like, oh my goodness, if I had traveled on those tracks like 2 seconds later, I would have been gone. And that really made me pay attention to train tracks from that day forward, because let's be real, that's not a great way to go out. I don't want to go out that way, especially when it's something I can easily prevent by just like looking just 2 ways a few seconds before. By the way, I'm doing one of these commentaries every single day, so if there's a story you'd like me to tell, comment it down below. And thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.